Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Alex and Ryan bring to you the AR Wrestling Podcast. It's our first episode, so we hope you all enjoy. Sit back, relax as we give our hot takes from Raw and Smackdown.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are here to give you our hot takes and our reaction to everything happening on Raw and SmackDown. Ready to get into it?
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Let's go.
This episode, we were way too hyped for how sad this episode started on Raw. Because Raw this week, Mommy comes out. The news has been circulating all week, and it got confirmed. Was it confirmed on Monday that she had to vacate it, and then she came out on the show with it, I think?
Yeah, I didn't want to believe it at all, to be honest, because I was like, no way she's going to do this. Because I was like, you know what? Maybe it's like a whole Seth Rollins thing where, he holds onto the title. He still comes out for promos, da-da-da-da-da. But now they're making it seem more serious. Unless they're trying to do it, like, I'm still thinking they're trying to do a whole Liv Morgan revenge tour, because she did come out on Raw.
She did. She came out there and goaded Mommy, and they almost got into it.
Oh, dude, I would have.
Even with one arm, Rhea dropped one of them security guards. She still.
Bro, she should have headbutted that dude. Should have knocked him on his noggin.
Straight up. It's unfortunate. Like, Rhea was on top of her. She's like one of the big three like stars. I would have put like Roman, Cody, and Rhea as the top three WWE has right now.
That's
like, what the fuck?
That was a take as my bad, I'm doing something else. But that was a take I seen on Twitter that someone was like, yeah, these are easily the best 3 stars, and if with Rhea being up there, that shows how much the women's division and how much she has done for it has changed.
Oh yeah, I've seen that post too, and that's what I'm going off of. I agree with it.
Oh, 100%.
I'll stick by it, no matter who gets mad by it. Suck my dick. But with Rhea having to vacate this title, who do we see crowned as a new champion? Because as we saw this week, I think on Friday it was officially confirmed, we're getting a battle royal on Monday the 22nd to determine the new women's world champion.
We were just talking before we recorded this. I found a post that had said something about it, and I've seen a lot of Liv Morgan, but I'm also seeing Alexa Bliss.
There has been a lot of Uncle Howdy teasers and stuff. Well, Alexa Bliss is rumored to be on her way back to the ring.
Yeah,
she posted a couple of weeks ago that she's back to training.
Yeah, so and the Uncle Howdy tweet, one of the Uncle Howdy teasers did say he did set them free, so he might have set them free as in that could show like, hey, Alexa's now in training. I set her free from whatever she was doing, but in reality, she was just away for maternity purposes.
Right. But personally, I'm on the out of everybody, I think Liv Morgan, like you said, Alexa Bliss, Nia Jax, and Becky are the big 3 that I have for it. If Alexa Bliss doesn't show up, that is. Those are the big 3.
I have,
and I would have Liv Morgan win it.
I have Liv or Becky, and I would put Liv, Becky, and Nia as the last 3.
Oh, that'd be good.
And then,
I definitely am more I think Liv Morgan has the strongest chance of winning this battle royal.
I hope she does.
You just look at the story that they're trying to tell. If you look at the heat that she got when she came out on Monday, she got freaking booed. She got Dominic level heat,
bro. And that's just crazy. Like, that's Liv Morgan. How are you gonna give her that much heat?
Because she hurt Mommy.
I mean, yeah.
It works though. You can turn Liv Morgan into like the next big heel on your women's division, and have her run wild until Rhea comes back.
Basically, have her run the division.
Yeah, basically. And I'm not saying like you can. I'm saying like maybe have her cheat to win all of her matches because she is a heel, or maybe just have her, come up with a new offensive style and just beat the hell out of everybody with this new aggressive attitude.
I would like that, to be honest. I could see that. And I mean,
we've seen in the past, like, her character is like a female Jeff Hardy-esque. So, like, the whole idea of like a heel that just will not stay down because her pain tolerance is so high is really freaking interesting, if you ask me.
And I mean, she was away for almost a year because of her injury. So I mean, all that training helps.
Oh yeah, definitely will be.
Speaking of training, we saw Sheamus return. He's been training for a while.
Has him back, y'all. He said 2 months ago he was close to retiring. I don't know if you caught that post or not.
I don't know if I did. But
Yeah,
with that being said, Sheamus does not look as good as he says he feels. There's no way.
Yeah, but then again, he was gone for like 6 months with spinal. He's like 40-something years old. He's been gone for 6 months. And Sheamus at 40-something years old, if I look half as good as Sheamus does at his age right now, I will still be happy.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't give a shit how he looks. Sheamus is still a badass. He'll get more cut. Like, give him some time.
Oh, yeah, of
course.
course.
Said that he was rushed back to the ring and he was aiming for SummerSlam.
Damn.
But, yeah. I am a huge Sheamus guy. Love Sheamus being back.
And he fought Ivar. Wait, what were you going to say? Sorry.
What are your thoughts on Sheamus's new run? What's he going to do now?
I think he's just development talent. Like, he'll win some, he'll lose some, but he's going to help develop. He's going to just develop the brand and the roster. Really, that's about it. I don't see much.
Use him as like an older veteran that younger guys are going to be put over by.
Yeah.
I'd love to see Sheamus go on another big run.
I would love to see it too.
Another world title run in him. I think he definitely still needs the Intercontinental title. So give him a couple months, heat him back up, put him in the IC title scene. Maybe at WrestleMania 42, you give him that big moment. I don't know who's IC champion by then, but I would.
Sammy.
But damn, Sheamus deserves it.
I don't know if I could see the world title back on Sheamus. I would like to see the IC title back on Sheamus. Maybe have
never held it.
Or yeah, that's what I meant. My bad. Anyways,
I know what you meant.
I think Sheamus will be a good IC title holder. You know, kind of if the IC title is going down the drain again, maybe help him elevate it by putting on stellar matches with the former IC champions, Gunther, Sammy, if Sammy's the former by then, or well, he will be. But if Sammy, if that's his championship rematch against Sheamus, maybe a future star like Ilya, because we did see Ilya the first Raw of the year. We also saw Roxanne Perez, I'm pretty sure, on Raw.
Both rumored to be getting called up to the main roster in the draft.
Ilya will be in the draft next Friday and Monday.
Yeah.
Ilya will be in it. I don't know about Roxanne. I think Braun Breaker's obviously going to be in there because he's already signed his contract. Same with Tiffany Stratton.
Bring up Baron Corbin.
Bring him back up. I could see that. Bring the Wolf Dogs to Raw or SmackDown. But with that being said, Ryan, them being the NXT Tag Team Champions, what do we got now?
Speaking of Tag Team Champions, bro, Wolf Dogs need to win these things. I'm not even going to lie. On Friday, no, this is Monday. We got new World Tag Team Championships retiring those ugly ketchup and silver dollar looking belts. and then we brought in some very okay looking tag belts. They're better.
My first impression was, is that a pizza?
Bro, they look like a pizza. The red text on it and then the circular shape. I'm not a big fan of the Raw ones. I'm not
either. I could see where they were going with it because, you know, Raw has the world titles. SmackDown has the WWE titles. I like that. But
I like the naming.
I just don't like the design. Like, they really could have went back to the old ones like they had back in like 08 and 09, the ones that Chris Jericho and the Big Show held, like DX held at that time. Like those tag team championships.
Those are the good tag team championships. Instead, we got these things. They are around the waist of Awesome Truth, though. I do like it. I'm not a big fan of the Raw belts all looking the same.
No.
I forgot to add that point into what I was just saying, but Awesome Truth has them now. And at Backlash, I do believe, it was determined in a number one contendership triple threat match between DIY, New Day, and the Creed brothers. DIY is now the number one contenders for these new World Tag Team Championships. Something that should be noted as well, during New Day's entrance for this thing, we did get another Uncle Howdy teaser on Raw.
That was I think that was the first main one that really popped up.
That one was the one that sent us to a website, and the website, I can't remember what exactly was on it. It was a video, I think, and another picture.
Yes, that was it. I had it written down. Where did I have it written down? Time to wake up. Take my hand. Things will be better. Trust me. So
very, very interesting.
Those were just the
mentioned this
words that
to
popped up,
you.
but there were pictures within. I just don't exactly remember what the pictures looked like.
For anyone that's been following these teasers, that whenever you open the link, it seems like you get almost always you get a video, and then on top of the video there's a picture. And I mentioned this to you last night. I think that if you put the pictures together from all the teasers that we're getting, it's going to make a much bigger picture and a bigger scene that's going to reveal more about this Wyatt Six that's apparently on its way to the roster.
Yeah, I could see it. I want to know though, because like these first two, I have them both reposted on our Twitter and at AR Wrestling Pod. And the first one, SmackDown's was like a grayed out, but Raw's had color to it. That I did notice as well. But I don't know. I think it might be like you were saying, a bigger picture is leading to something. Maybe it's a picture that it's like a sequence of what's going on. So like Raw's was the first, and then SmackDown's is now the second. So this next Raw's, nobody comes up or anything, we see the next picture, and it's just a thing that goes on for weeks. And maybe we see something at Backlash, Money in the Bank, or SummerSlam. I don't think it goes as far as Money in the Bank. I see something at Backlash. But that's
I would love to see something
just me.
Oh, dude, I think it'd be freaking awesome. I'm a big fan of this. I mean, the original idea of the Bray Wyatt character, I wasn't the biggest fan of at the time, and the whole Uncle Howdy thing, I kind of got behind. I wasn't the biggest fan of the whole spooky supernatural stuff, but
yeah,
the mind behind all of this stuff is phenomenal. I'm super excited for what's about to come and how they honor the late great Bray Wyatt, Wyndham Rotunda.
And speaking of honoring him, we both watched the documentary they did about him on Peacock. I thought it was phenomenal. I mean, we're 3 weeks later than when it was already released, but I mean, I thought it was phenomenal. I loved the fact that we got to see what he did when he was gone, what he was doing, and how his creative mind just overflowed, and he was always doing something creative. His paintings were phenomenal. But I think I saw something somewhere in the room that one of his paintings were actually one of his characters. I don't remember what it was, but I thought it was pretty cool. I obviously, being deep into this Uncle Howdy thing, because I think it's really interesting, I was just looking for teasers the entire time, really. But there was a teaser at the end that everybody saw, and it's Uncle Howdy behind the lantern, I'm pretty sure is what it is. And that's how we kind of knew. But now, with that, I want to see at some point to see if, I don't know if it's going to happen, but if JoJo gets involved in this at some point. But I don't know.
That would be really cool.
That's just me.
Assuming that she would want to do it, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think that they could do something phenomenal with this whole storyline. But I'm also super excited for the tag division now with these new tag titles. And I think it was DIY now going against Awesome Truth for the tag titles. And right afterwards, we had another tag match, I do believe.
We had Maxine Dupree and Ivan Isle versus Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. I didn't really watch much of this match, to be honest.
It was more story than what you would want to listen to. The main goal of this match was to get over the fact that Indy Hartwell is now joining Candice LeRae, or it seems like she's about to join Candice LeRae in being just this asshole heel tag team in the women's division now, which I'm open to.
Okay.
because they both need something new.
Yeah. And I like this whole thing with Candice LeRae, but I want to see. I don't know if we talked about this on the podcast. No, on our old podcast, but we gotta speak of that one. I don't know if we talked about it, but I want to see Maxine Dupree go heel.
Let's see Maxine Dupree go heel.
Yeah, because remember, like, you got to think Candice LeRae has been basically essentially bullying her for the past like month. I think we see Maxine just absolutely lose her mind. She takes Ivy Niles' advice, assuming Ivy Niles is giving her advice in the background or like in the back.
Mm-hmm.
But Maxine just goes on an absolute tear against Candice LeRae and just absolutely just smothers her in an almost like a squash match type style. But it's just a leading up thing. It's not like, oh, it's gonna happen. I know it's not gonna happen Backlash, but happens at Backlash where Maxine just goes boom. Now it's like a thing that builds up. She starts getting Candice LeRae's number, and then she finally just sets the final win, and that's how Maxine will go over. But she doesn't do it in like her normal way that she's been building up. She's basically she just goes on an absolute tear and just starts beating the absolute ever living shit out of Candice LeRae.
That'd be cool. I think that could tie into what happens during the main event later in Raw as well, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
But before we move on to the main event, Andrade versus Dirty Dominic Mysterio happened on Raw, which, not a whole lot happened during the match. It was just mostly a showcase for this feud to continue. And I'm pretty sure JD alone, I think, attacked Andrade after the match, and with Ricochet saving him.
Yeah.
And that was mostly just to set up the tag match for next week.
Mm-hmm. That was about it. I do want to see Finn and JD become the team at some point because to me, Dominic and JD, like, they don't feel right to me at all. Like, they don't feel like they work. I don't know. That's just me.
Finn and JD would be a team I feel like everyone's gonna sleep on until they see it actually in action. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I would love to see those two working together with their history, the story they could tell with that, and just in-ring style. I love Finn Balor, and JD is starting to grow on me with his cool finisher.
And with that, we now move to what seemed to be the third, fourth tag team title, or tag match of the night.
Yeah. Literally.
Piper Niven and Chelsea Green. Oh my god, I hate
Chelsea
that. I love it. And Katana Chance and Kaden Carter. I was wanting Chance and Carter to win, but I mean, obviously they didn't. I again didn't watch much of this match.
This was a weird match.
I've been trying to pay attention to more
really was
big story shit than just matches anymore.
Yeah, this was definitely a weird filler match that didn't have much to it. Obviously, the past 2 weeks, Chelsea's been getting her ass kicked by Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. They had the tag match on Friday, which lasted 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So I don't know. This was just kind of a way to get build up Piper Niven and Chelsea Green, I guess. But I don't like the fact that they beat Chance and Carter because I like those two.
Those two are a very good tag team. They just cannot be pushed down the card like that.
No, man. Don't bury those two. They're a really good tag team. They have some fun double team moves,
Yes, and plus they're still so young, and Piper Niven and Chelsea Green are getting up there.
Exactly.
So
they are the future of the tag division.
Right. I mean, even the women's division.
Future of the women's tag division. But speaking of the future is now. Cody Rhodes, our WWE champion, the future face, the current face of the company, leading us into the new era, came out with not a great with kind of a good promo. The main emphasis behind this promo was Cody looking at the camera and saying, "Rock, I know you have more matches in you," basically.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of giving us a confirmation that we're going to see The Rock wrestle again. And he even dropped the bar of, "If I'm going to bleed, you're going to bleed with me," saying that right into the camera at The Rock. So more or less, I feel like this was confirmation that we're probably going to be getting Cody Rhodes versus The Rock next year at Mania.
Mm-hmm. I gotcha. I would love to see. I wouldn't even love to see Rock and Shit, Rock's away for how long because of this movie?
The estimated 6 months, so that's around Royal Rumble, or that's December, November-ish time, which I don't,
That's
probably Royal
October.
Rumble. So either Survivor Series or Royal Rumble.
I could see that. I mean,
Bro, with this Bloodline line going on Friday, I would love to see The Rock come back for a War Games on Survivor Series.
I would love to see that
Oh
too. The
my
new
gosh.
bloodline versus the old bloodline, and I would love to.
Rocky, Solo, Tama, Jason Fatu, Roman, Usos, and Sammy.
I seen a
Oh my
picture.
god.
I seen a picture today that it was the new bloodline: Rock, Solo, Tamatonga, uh, Jacob.
Oh, did I say Jason by accident?
Yeah,
Oh my bad.
and possibly Zilla, versus I think it was Roman, the Usos, Cody, and Rollins. I seen that as a pairing. I don't know how I felt about it. It
Not
was
really,
more.
not big on that one.
I'm not either, but I seen something like that. I thought it would be just an interesting match just because all the stars, more or less. But
I mean, yeah, if you put all them stars in like the ring, it's gonna be a big match. But storyline wise, like Roman is so obsessed with fighting Seth that he basically costed himself the main event of WrestleMania 40 just so he could get back at Seth for breaking up the Shield.
mhm.
So I kind of like the idea of those two having a forever blood feud now instead of them ever teaming up again.
Okay.
Especially if we're not going to see Moxley ever come back to WWE, which honestly, it's not looking like he is because he's got it kind of made outside of it. He's the new IWGP World Champion.
Yeah. I hate seeing Mox gone, but I mean, I know it's for the better.
Oh yeah, he's freaking living his best life over there. But yeah, not a whole lot more for the this Cody segment. It was definitely more so to hype up Rocky eventually coming back and to put Cody a little more over.
Yeah, but I mean, do you understand him, sir?
Do
Sir,
you
do you
understand him, sir?
understand him? We had Jey
Until we
Uso
yeet again.
versus Finn Balor. I mean, it was basically the match before, kind of to me, kind of more of like a filler match, but to prove like Jey Uso is going to um get to Damian Priest at what is it, Backlash, right?
Yep, that's where the match is happening.
And I think I would honestly I'm enjoying Priest as champion, but I want to see Uso win it. I'm sorry.
I want to see Uso win it. I do, man. I want to see Solo or not Solo. Uso get his solo title win. Like
Because I mean his name is main event, Jey Uso.
main event,
I'm
Jey Uso.
just saying. But I mean, this is like it's always those. I mean, it's always those matches, especially if the champion is in a stable. You have to go through the entire stable before you even get to the champion, and
Right.
that's how I just seen this match. I didn't really see much for this match, but I know JD attacked the Yeet Man after the match. What do
The
you?
Yeet
What
Man.
did you pay attention to that, Ryan?
All of Judgment Day, yeah, laid out Jey Uso after the match. I don't think anyone came out to save him afterwards either. They kind of just left him laying. And I think this is a little bit of a teaser because
Wait,
I think
no,
Finn Balor's getting ready to leave the Judgment Day because
really.
with the way that they're kind of teasing him, like going up to Priest on Raw and being like, why aren't we going after the tag titles? And now Priest kind of like mugged him off and like, why would I go after the tag titles? I'm the world champion now. Go deal with Jay. And then Finn didn't deal with Jay. So I
Right,
feel like we're kind of starting to build tension
but
back up between Priest and Balor.
I thought Jay walked through the crowd and ran away from the Judgment Day. Because we had a camera take that led
Yeah, they
right
did. They
through the
did. They
stands,
did.
right through the
I forgot about that.
like that area where the concessions are, right over to our Intercontinental Champion, Sami Zayn.
The camera take was so smooth. Followed Jay out the front door to Sami Zayn standing outside. What he says, the very building that or one of the very buildings that he started wrestling in. This Raw was held in Montreal, Sammy's home country. this hometown hero that he is. And bro, this walk he had to the ring through the concession stand with everyone cheering him on, picking up the trash can, slamming it like a drum, and coming out through the audience. I got chills, man. I love Sami Zayn.
Dude, that entrance was awesome. I love that.
Entrance was so freaking good. They had no reason going that hard on a freaking Raw like that.
Hey, man.
And even then, his match with Chad Gable was freaking phenomenal.
I liked it.
Like, those two can put on a damn good match.
I paid attention to it more or less because I was like, I had a weird feeling that Chad Gable was going to turn.
Which did end up happening after the match. Sami Zayn retained his IC title. Bro, he went up to hug his wife, celebrate with her, and Chad from out of nowhere German suplexes him onto the floor in front of her and just locks on the ankle lock on top of the turnbuckle in the ring and will not let it go. So, bro, this Chad Gable heel turn that we've been expecting happened. I'm excited for it. What you thinking?
I'm just kind of curious on how this affects Judgment, or not Judgment Day, the Alpha Academy.
Alpha Academy, you kind of alluded to Maxine turning heel earlier. Do you think this could turn Alpha Academy heel?
So where does that put Otis and Tozawa? Because they're some of the most beloved baby faces right now.
Exactly. So maybe they could be like, maybe Maxine can go along the angle. Oh, wait, the Creed brothers.
Mm-hmm.
What if
I've seen
Chad Gable
something
takes
about
the Creed brothers
that.
under
I've seen
his wing
something
and
about
when
that.
Otis and them say no?
I've seen something about that. I actually am a big fan of it, to be honest, because then they could honestly run the division, kind of like an Imperium style, but it's
That could be like a
but it's
modern day
like
team
the
angle.
real Alpha Academy. Like this is the Alpha Academy Chad Gable has been wanting.
Oh yeah, that's like a group of killers right there.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Damn, I like that idea, homie. I'm not gonna lie. That's a really good one.
But I think we do see Chad Gable versus Sami Zayn at Backlash.
I would love to see that match run back at Backlash.
Yeah.
give him a little bit of a longer run time, dude. I could watch those two wrestle all damn day.
Mm-hmm. But speaking of Backlash, we move to Smackdown with the number 1 contendership for the WWE Championship, AJ Styles versus LA Knight. Winner of this match was AJ Styles. I was actually happy with this.
I am too.
Because they have history as in being in the Bullet Club. That's all I can really as far as I go. I think they have some history in TNA as well, maybe. I don't think so.
In TNA, AJ Styles wrestled Dusty Rhodes, I'm pretty sure.
That's what it was. Yep. He wrestled Dusty Rhodes in 2003 for a championship, and AJ won.
They were never in Bullet Club together at the same time because when AJ got kicked out of Bullet Club and went to WWE, the same year Cody left WWE, so they kind of like passed each other in and out of the doors there.
Yeah.
And now, dude, this is a freaking dream match for me because I love AJ Styles. He's winding down on his career. He even posted it before WrestleMania, I think, or right after.
It's right after WrestleMania. He wants to go on another big run.
I would love this to be the run. I would honestly love to see him and Cody maybe go 2 or 3 matches together because I think they can honestly pull it off and make it that damn good together.
Yeah.
Because I think this is a perfect first feud with for Cody in his title reign.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly. And this was also AJ Styles getting his win back over LA Knight. So I'm pretty sure this sets up LA Knight versus AJ Styles for a future tiebreaker match for their a third one, perhaps.
I say LA Knight gets involved and costs AJ.
Ooh, I'd love to see that, man.
Because remember, at Elimination Chamber, what did AJ do to LA Knight?
Oh, he flew halfway around the world to cost him the title.
Exactly.
For the title.
That's what I'm saying. So I think LA Knight gets involved here.
Oh my god, that'd be freaking awesome.
Because now, what's LA Knight doing?
To Europe just to screw you. Yeah.
Yeah. Now he's flying halfway across the world.
Hell yeah.
I'm just saying, I think I can see it. I'm more or less excited for this because it's just a history thing. Like you said earlier, with the whole thing with Dusty Rhodes. Now it's AJ versus Cody. I mean, I'm liking this.
Oh, yeah, man. Liking this. What else I'm liking? I am liking Solo Sikoa. Because we saw right after this a little bit of a segment where it wasn't much. He just got out of his car and he's dressed up in some new threads, man. Posing himself, as it looks like, as the new tribal chief. And we saw him walk up to Paul Heyman with Tama Tonga, his new MFT, which I've seen kind of circulating, might stand for My Family Tree, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but okay.
No.
But if you ask me, it kind of looked like in this little segment, Tama Tonga was giving Heyman the stank eye, you know?
Yeah.
It don't look like Tama Tonga trusts Heyman at all. And Heyman's definitely not in control of these two, as we saw later on in the show. They didn't have, I wouldn't say they had a huge part to play in the show. They just had like 2 segments. Second one was, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No,
because yours lead into mine.
Okay. Because then later on in the ring, we saw Solo walking down, once again, looking like he's trying to pose himself as the tribal chief, even though Heyman's clearly not approving of it. He tried to tell Solo no. We got into the ring, and Solo got freaking booed, bro.
Oh, he was getting booed like Dominic.
He was getting Dominic heat. He was getting some Dominic heat. It took them, bro. I'm kind of stumbling here because I'm so thrown off by this. They were yelling, "We want Roman," already.
That's what I'm
2
saying.
weeks. It took them 2 weeks for Roman Reigns to basically already turn babyface and everyone to run him back.
I think again that's something we see at Survivor Series. Just they absolutely go on a tear for months, dude. Just absolute fucking months. And then just Roman just comes out of nowhere and is like, all right. Now he puts his Avengers together and goes off and just goes and fucking absolutely tears apart the new bloodline.
Oh yeah,
the new bloodline. Phenomenal War Games match.
Bro, oh my god, I love it. They have been already going on, and they've started their tear already with Tama Tonga attacking Kevin Owens. He left him bloodied. He bloodied this dude up and threw him into the ring, and they beat him savagely, man.
We saw later in the night there was a wrecked car, and it was Kevin's rental and Tama Tonga's rental. So Heyman's under some heat right now with Aldis. I will say that I still think Paul Heyman's doing behind the scenes. I will say that Paul Heyman's doing the behind the scenes with Roman right now, and he's just keeping it on the DL as best as he can.
Man, that'd be so cool. But we've definitely seen the first evidence that Tama Tonga is a savage like his father, man. Haku, one of the most violent and most feared performers in all of wrestling, and Tama Tonga following in his footsteps, man.
Just absolutely tore up Jimmy Uso.
Absolutely.
The first Smackdown of the year, too. Like the new WWE calendar. But speaking of something new as well, Ryan, the Tag Team Championship belts.
Another set of new Tag Team Championship belts.
Thoughts?
These ones, man. These ones are pretty.
I like these ones.
These ones are pretty. I like these ones a lot. The new WWE Tag Team Championship belts presented to Austin Theory and Grayson Waller.
I think we both can agree. Best looking titles.
Best looking titles they have right now.
Yeah, easily.
Honestly. Yeah, by far. And a little bit of interesting thing with Triple H on his way out, another QR code popped up. Another Uncle Howdy Wyatt 6 teaser, which I'll let you cover a whole lot more of that. Break it a whole lot down once I got a little bit more here.
Yeah, later.
All right. Because another thing with Triple H, he walked in the ring, and I think we kind of saw all this tease that they're going to break up A-Town Down Under in the draft, perhaps. Well, maybe not so much that they're going to, but more so like a teaser that's what the draft can do with his comment.
Oh yeah, I was not interested. I was more interested in R-Truth and or the Awesome Truths in Triple H's segment, and that took so much longer than what A-Town Down Unders was. Like I know, obviously, it's the heels. They're not going to respect anyone. That's what they're like. That's what their thing is. But
Mm-hmm.
like, I don't know, just me, someone with like Triple H, like you got to give him the respect, dude. You can't.
Gotta give him the respect. Don't, not even in like an on-screen like character kind of way of disrespect. Like Triple H is now the fucking man. Like
Yeah.
the man. Like no one should be dissing him on TV. But
Mm.
after this segment, we got a fatal four-way to determine the number one contenders for the WWE Tag Team Championships. It was Street Profits, British Strong Style, New Couch Republic, whatever the fuck you want to call
Nah,
them.
nah, 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 nah.
Legato
British strong
Del
style.
Fantasma and AOP.
I was absolutely thrilled with this match because just the absolute, I think more or less what British Strong Style and Montez Ford did in the match, because again, he did the flip over the ring post just like he did at WrestleMania.
As well as the dual moonsaults from British Strong Style off the same ring post.
That's what I'm saying. I am
Phenomenal.
excited. I was so excited for this. I think she tag title run. I
You
think
think they win?
I think they win it at back. What is it? Backlash?
It hasn't been announced yet.
I
I don't think they announced where it's going to happen yet. They just announced sometime in the future.
I wonder if
I
it
would
is
love to see
Backlash
Backlash.
because they're gonna have the world tag titles there as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Or make it like the tag titles are every other PLE, and then like the big four, they're both represented. I don't know,
That'd be a pretty cool idea.
but
But something else pretty cool that happened was during the Triple H entrance, the QR code I mentioned earlier. Take
the
it
QR
away.
the QR code. I watched the video. It said, "I set them free out of the merry clay. Open their eyes while you did nothing." QR code also showed a picture of a black figure with clouds around her, and it said, "I'm nobody" in the forehead. I saw something today that it was kind of a link to Alexa Bliss when she was under that black drape when she first kind of appeared with Bray Wyatt. Also, another thing, there was coordinates in the video, and they led to Krishna Cave. I was curious on what it was, so I looked it up. It is Slovenian for Cross Cave. Now, do you remember everything that happened from the whole, like Nikki Cross just appearing everywhere every so often, just very creepily?
Yeah, dude.
I think that
You're the one that made this connection.
I
was
think that
mind blown
might
by this.
have kind of sort of kickstarted the idea of it. But I mean, I don't know, because I mean, again, she just kind of walked around. She'd appear every so often. It was just weird. But that being said, I think we see a new Wyatt 6, but it's under Uncle Howdy's control. I talked to our buddy Zach, or my buddy Zach, about this. I think the Uncle Howdy Wyatt 6 are going to be Uncle Howdy, Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross, Eric Rowan. He has contractual obligations right now for indie shows, so he can't do them. We see.
I think it was the other way around. He was actually pulled from indie shows because he has contractual obligations to somewhere else.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I meant.
That's a very similar tactic that we've seen WWE play in the past, is when they've signed somebody and they're getting ready to use them, is you're not allowed to do indie stuff anymore.
Yeah. And I also see Matt Hardy. I believe he was at the first Raw of the year, and he's been reposting Bray Wyatt videos, all those vignettes that Bray Wyatt was doing for his returns and everything. But another person, he is a free agent. Another person I do see is Braun Strowman, because he wasn't in the original Wyatt family, but he was the add-on to what the OG Wyatt family really was. And I think we see him return as the black sheep, in a sense. Or if he does return, I think we see an angle with him and the Wyatt 6 in a way. I don't know.
Dude, I would love all of this, man. You've done some good research. When you made that connection to Cross Cave, my mind was fucking blown. Because when I typed in the coordinates originally, it pointed to that cave. And I was like, are they dumb? Did they mean to point it to Lyon, France? And nah, I'm just stupid.
Because I had done it. I went through it on Apple Maps. I just got brought to a bunch of trees. I was like, all right. So I went through Google Maps. because Google Maps is a little different than Apple Maps, and I realized that it showed me a location. I was like, oh, okay, so what's this? Saw what it was. It was like, okay, what is this? So I typed in what is, I think it was like Krishna Cave or whatever it was, or Krishna Jama, or I think is what it is. And it brought up Cross Cave. I was like, I was just sitting there thinking, I was like, Cross, who the fuck's named Cross? And then boom, it was Nikki Cross. It hit right there. I was like, oh shit. I think we see her because I mean she has been acting really creepy because she played a superhero at one point.
Yeah,
and
Nikki
now she's this creepy character. I mean, we haven't seen her in a while. Because I mean, I think last time we saw her was the Royal Rumble, I believe.
Something like that. Yeah, I think so.
And she hasn't been seen since.
Remember. But yeah, like all she's ever done is like stand in the middle of the ring, and that's it.
Yeah, it was really weird because
maybe this is what Uncle Howdy is talking about when he says, "I've set her free." Maybe he's like Nikki Cross was like lost in a trance or whatever, and I've set her mind free. And I don't know. I'm just speculating here.
I don't know. Did she go in the 2024 Royal Rumble? Was it this year?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't remember her if she did.
Yeah, because it was such like a brief segment. Like she wasn't even like. It was just like she was picked up, thrown over, and then that was it. Like it was just kind of like, it was like oh yeah, like it was just like she was like you said, lost in a trance. It was that's what it was something like that. I just don't remember who it was or what exactly happened.
Yeah, but it was something. But what she's been doing for the past couple of months, basically.
Yeah, it was
just walking around being weird and standing still, all that weird crap, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm excited, dude. I would love to see Eric Rowan and Matt Hardy come back to WWE and start wrestling for them again. Especially in this whole idea of the Wyatt Six. If we get like broken Matt Hardy and all of it.
I've seen I think he's in training right now.
I know. I'd lose it. It'd be so cool because you'd have two women that could be your women's tag championship holders or women's world champion. You got Eric Rowan, Matt Hardy, Braun Strowman that can hold US, IC, or world championships, as well as Uncle Howdy, who could just be a world champion or just conduct everything from the background.
Oh yeah. No, she was not.
Like, I pitched kind of an idea for Bray Wyatt's theme character, like way back in the day when it was first coming out, that like I don't think that like the head of this whole Wyatt family or supernatural family kind of cult thing should be a world champion. I think like the idea of somebody, because think about the Undertaker. Think about what made the Undertaker so cool is that he didn't need to be a world champion in order to feel like the biggest dog in the yard. Because he was just the fucking Undertaker. Yeah, so like I feel like they could build up Uncle Howdy to be that kind of like Uncle Howdy doesn't have the world championship because he doesn't need the world championship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where like the world champion like gets challenged to a match by Uncle Howdy, but Uncle Howdy's like, I don't need your title though. I just need to beat you.
Speaking of world title, there's somebody who is the biggest Roman Reigns dick rider I've ever seen. Unpopular opinion. AJ Styles should beat Cody Rhodes at Backlash. Cody has already done everything he has had to do with this title, and his fans are already turning against him. Styles needs one more big achievement in his career before he's done, and this is the best time to do it.
What?
Yeah.
No. No. As LA Knight was saying, no. No yeet. No yeet. No yeet. Cody should be world champion at least until Bash in Berlin. And then Gunther should absolutely. I don't know.
I don't think Gunther should absolutely manhandle him, but I think
Here's my idea for Bash in Berlin. Either do Cody versus Gunther, or at Bash in Berlin, do Gunther versus Ilya. In just a one-on-one rivalry grudge match in freaking Germany. That would be nuts.
It's not a bad idea.
That would be insane.
honestly.
It would be a 5-star match instantly. Like
I
those
think
two only put on 5-star matches, and the crowd would be electric.
I think I like that idea, but Austria and Russia are more Russian territories than German territories.
Yeah, but it don't matter in that term. Like they've already like hyped up Gunther a whole lot in WrestleMania during Gunther's match.
Yeah.
They switched to a live feed of Germany where they're going to be having Bash in Berlin, and those people were going nuts for Gunther. Like any kind of European representation over there, they all would go nuts for. I feel like.
Yeah. I mean, even with that, like going back on the whole why 690 in the world title, I just was just scrolling after that post. Do you remember when Nikki Cross was in a trance? Like I was just saying, look here, and the person in the pic, this is the most recent video off SmackDown. If you look closely, the person was looking up in the cave, and Nikki Cross was looking up at something while she's in a trance. Also, Alexa Bliss was in a trance years before, doing the same shit.
And I'm ready for it.
I'm ready for it too.
I don't know when it happens though. Like,
I think
do they play it out for months and months until like SummerSlam,
but
maybe in Lyon, France?
who do you?
Yeah, and who do they feud against first?
That's what I'm saying. Like, who do you fuck with first? Because now you're like,
I say keep them away from the bloodline. Honestly, that's number one. Keep them away from
the
bloodline.
bloodline. It's its own rivalry itself. That is what they have made in these past 4 years. I'm gonna admit it has been the absolute best.
Damn straight.
This is some of the best work they've had ever. But I mean, now with Roman not being champion, we move on to a new champion with a women's championship match. Naomi versus Bayley Ryan.
Women's championship, WWE Women's Championship, man. Bayley versus Naomi. I was a big fan of this match, you know? It was pretty fun there for a little bit. The savage move Bayley gave Naomi right before the match ended, the Bayley to belly onto the announcer's table, was freaking awesome. Like, I was pretty excited after that got hit because I thought the match was about to start picking up. But then the match had to end because it's Tiffy time.
It's Tiffy time.
Tiffany Stratton came in, causing a DQ finish by attacking Bayley, which, even though it wasn't announced, technically means Bayley won the match.
Yeah.
She hit a double prettiest moonsault ever onto both Naomi and Bayley after laying them out.
She still has the prettiest moonsault. I can't deny that.
Prettiest moonsault.
I can't deny that.
It is perfect. Perfect every time. And I think you're the one that dropped the idea of maybe this means a triple threat at Backlash.
I think we see a triple threat at Backlash with Naomi and Tiffany and Bayley. And I think, really, like, I hate to say this, but I think no, that's too soon. I was gonna say you have Tiffany kind of win this, but at the same time, I want to see a Bayley versus Bianca feud.
Yeah, I want to see Bayley maybe hold this belt for a couple months and feud with Bianca, maybe Naomi again, and Dakota Kai. I want to see her and Kai go again.
But speaking of Naomi and Bianca, there's also Jade Cargill. She has said she wants to fight Rhea for the championship and she wants to be champion. So we might see Jade Cargill in the mix at some point with the world title scene. And I would love it.
Right now, I would love that too. Right now, it seems like her and Bianca are going to be going after the Kabuki Warriors tag titles, though. I'm sure you caught that part where they were in the skybox next to him. I think that's what we're building towards there, and I think they should win it.
Yeah, I definitely caught that, and I was interested in that. I think that's where they should win it as well. But, I mean, I don't know. I think I also would love to see Tiffany win the Money in the Bank briefcase.
That's it for me. That's my pick for this year for the Money in the Bank.
And then I would like to see LA Knight win the men's because I see AJ Styles going again at no. Shit. Throwing the idea out there, say Gunther doesn't take the title off Cody or anything at Bash of Berlin. if that match does happen, you have LA Knight or LA Knight win that. You have AJ Styles beat him at Money in the Bank, and then you have LA Knight cash in on that night, and that's how you push AJ Styles' next big and final feud is him versus LA Knight, and they just keep going at each other until like
a career versus career match.
Essentially, yeah.
At WrestleMania 42 or 41. Sorry.
Yeah.
I think you're cooking there with that idea.
I don't know though, because I would love to see the title
definitely
to stay on Cody and just have him run it, and then that's how you
I
have
don't think
Gunther
he
win it.
needs I don't think Cody needs a year-long title reign. Like, I don't think he needs to hold it until WrestleMania next year, but at least until SummerSlam. Like, he's got to hold that thing for at least a little bit.
Yeah. But I mean, that's all I got. Do you have anything else?
No, homie, I think that is it for me as well.
Okay, well, make sure to follow us along on our socials, Instagram at AR_wrestling_ and X AR Wrestling Pod. Ryan, close her out.
That does it for today, ladies and gentlemen. We thank you all for listening. This was our premiere episode for the AR Wrestling Podcast, and we appreciate everybody who tuned in to listen. We will catch you next week on Sunday with another banger of an episode.